Hi beauties, welcome back to another video. Okay, so in today's video, I am going to be discussing my GLP-1 journey so far, and I kind of want to start off with why I even started this journey, what led me into it. Yeah, so I'm going to just give you guys a brief background as to why I even started this journey, and then I'm going to do a separate video where I just simply discuss from the time I did the interview with the company that I'm using and everything from there. Okay, like after the interview, what happened and when I got my medication and stuff like that, and the timeline. So I have always been a thick, right? And when I was in high school, I was on the dance team and everything. I was very active, so I did not I wasn't really big. And I may put some pictures in here. I'm gonna put some pictures in here so you guys can see what I looked like in high school. And then fast forward to when I was around 21, 22 when I got married. My weight, I don't remember what I was in high school. I could have been like around 130, 140. And then when I got married, I was like around 21, 22, and that was like in 2010. And I could have been like 170, 160. So from there, I gained weight, right? And let's just say like around 2004, I remember I was about 200 pounds. And that was I remember going to the doctor and I was I was scared and I was freaking out, right? Mind you, at that time when I was 200 pounds, and I'll put a picture in here so you guys can see what I looked like at 200 pounds, I did not feel I was big because let me pause this. I also always used to lift weights. I lift weights. I was doing, I don't know if you guys remember Beachbody, and I used to do P90X, do a lot of agility and stuff like that. So I've always been active, right? Dance, lifting weights, going to the gym, and I built a lot of muscle. So I also, if you see me, right, in person, what I am on the scale, it does not look like that. So when I was 200 pounds, I want to show you a picture of me at 200 pounds. You're gonna be like, what? So anyway, yes, that weight from there, oh my gosh. After that, I would say like around 20, right before I had my daughter, and I had my daughter in 2016. Why did I say 2004? I'm sorry. It was 2014, not 2004, right? So now let's just say 2016, 15, 16, I had my daughter. Right before I had my daughter, I remember I was 223, 24 pounds because I was going to the gym. I was going to Brooklyn Fitness Club over here in East New York. I'm in Brooklyn. And I remember going on the scale, also panicking again, and being very upset that I was that weight and trying to get it down. But I was also out drinking all the time and doing a lot of extracurricular stuff that was hindering my weight loss. So I kept climbing the scale. And when I had my daughter, it was 2015, I got pregnant. I had her in 2016. I got on the scale after having her, I was 240. Right? Then from the time I had her to the time I had my son, which was in 2020, 2021, I had him. I remember when they weighed me with him, I was 270. Because right before they put me into the room, they weighed me and I could have been more. I could have been 270 something. And I was just like, like my brain just froze. I was like, how did I get here? Like it was one of those, like, I don't know. I just kept climbing over, you know, all these years. And I was just like freaking out. But anyway, after I had him, I went down to 260. And I've been at 260 for the past 3 years. So I had him in 2021 and it is 2024. And when it hit the beginning of this year, I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not doing this. I tried different things. Like, I was always trying to eat better. I'm vegan. I'm talking about, when I say vegan, I don't mean junk vegan. I mean like plant-based, clean foods. But then, you know, I'm always going out, having a drink, making drinks at home with my family, and the alcohol was a thing, the sugar intake was a thing, all these Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts and all the drinks and everybody wants a latte, all of this stuff. I was just like stagnant. So no matter what I was doing, no matter how clean I was eating, all these sugary drinks, you know, and then all the going out to dinners, all of that stuff. If you hear snoring, my son, he's sick. He's laying on the bed right next to me. Mom life. So anyways, right. So I've been stagnant for the longest, right? So when this year, my friends around February, two of my friends, they were like, they started it and they're liking the results so far. I saw that they lost a little bit of weight and I was just like, I don't know. Because I just was scared of putting something in my body, right? Like I've always been a person that's saying, no, I'm just gonna eat right, try to eat right and work out. But I came to the realization that I needed help. So rewind, in February, I saw my friends and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. Then I punked out again. I like started like an online questionnaire for, I think it was hers company, some company, and then I punked out of it and I was like, no, I'm gonna do it myself, whatever, right? So then by June, I went on vacation with my kids and my friend took a picture of me with my kids in the water, and when I saw myself on that camera, I said, I'm not doing it. This ain't it. I need help. I need help. So I came after the school year ended. I went and did my blood work. I tried to get it through my doctor. They told me, because I was, mind you, it had said the borderline, the numbers said I was like pre-diabetic, basically. My numbers indicated I wasn't pre-diabetic, but I was right before pre-diabetic. So they wouldn't, like, I couldn't get it through my insurance. So I was like irritated about that. But I was like, I don't care, even if I have to pay out of pocket, I'm getting it, because I'm not going to be like this, right? So anyway, while I was doing that, I remember thinking to myself, like, but you know, what is it really that's going on? Like, I had to start like really asking myself, do you have an issue with food? Like, do you have it? Like, I already know the drinking I needed to stop. But like the food, I was like, but I don't really eat a lot. Like, I don't eat like that. Like, and I used to always say that, right? Until I started this. Then I realized, oh, okay, I have an issue. And when I said it out loud and I made it known to myself, like, girl, you got an issue, that's when I started like writing things down and making notes of what it is I'm feeling, right? So as I went and I was doing the process with trying to get the medication, I was also jotting down my moods, how I was feeling towards food at the same time. Because I was saying to myself, I'm not going to go through this process, all this headache, spend all this money, and not really try to switch my mental, because after this, I don't want to come back to do this again. I want to eventually get off of whatever this is going to be, and then I want to switch my mindset with everything, right? So that was in June. That's my mindset, and that's what I was doing to get the medication. So I went online. I was looking at different YouTube videos on different companies. I was looking at stuff online, reviews. I came across Henry Meds. I put in the questionnaire, and I had my meeting with someone at the end of June. So it was the last week of June, and it was the Tuesday. So I want to get the exact date. So just give you guys like a rundown of like timeline of how things happen. So I believe it was, no, because Tuesday was the last day of work. June 26th was actually the last day of work because I'm a teacher. So it had to be the 27th. So the 27th, yes, it was the 27th of June. When I went in, I had the consultation, right? They looked at my numbers. They interviewed me, told me what it was going to cost and everything. And then by July, my stuff came July 6th, Saturday, July 6th. So that was like within a week and a half, I got my medication. And then I started my injections on the Monday, July 8th. Because I was away, my sister got the package for me, put it in the fridge, and I started my injections July 8th. And yeah, so of course I was scared, but at that point I was like ready to go. So that was just a little bit of a background of my weight journey. I kind of sped through it, but if you have any questions, just let me know. But my weight journey and where I was and how I got to the weight that I was at because I'm not there no more, right? So yeah. And one of the things that really like jolted me, I started talking about that, was when I went to the Bahamas with my kids, and this was in the middle of June. I saw a picture of myself with my friend, and I took another picture of my kids, and my daughter was hugging me, and my son was in front of me, my daughter was hugging me, and I'm gonna put the picture in. I just wanted to cry when I looked at how my daughter's arms looked around me. I was like, no, you're not. My middle section, listen, everybody, I'm not trying to make no one feel bad about themselves, right? But you see, the seriousness of health is important to me. Like, it's important for me to be healthy. I'm a single mother, right? Yes, the father's in my kids' lives, but I'm a single mother. I do a lot of things myself for day-to-day things. I need to be healthy for my kids. I need to be alive, right? All of my organs are in my stomach, in my middle section. I need to get this visceral fat off of me. Like, that was my mindset. And I was like, I'm gonna do it, because I think my fear of what I thought the medication was gonna do to me in the long run, what was hindering me. And I realized, well, listen, I think the fat around my stomach, the fat around my organs is going to be a bigger detriment to me than whatever the side effects may be. I don't care. I need to get this off. And it's cheaper than going to get lipo. So I'm going to do it. Right? So that's what happened, and that was my mental state in June, and why I was like, and I just pulled the plug, and I'm like, I'm going to do it. And I was scared, but I'm so happy now looking back that I did it. So anyway, I'm gonna do the next video, and the next video is gonna be about the medication or the information that I received. I'm going to show the box to you guys and let you guys see what I got, and yeah, and I'll let you guys know my weight from the beginning to the end of the process that I'm at right now. Right? Okay. So wait a minute. I do want to let you guys know I am down, right? Because I'm going to put in the video. I am down 30 pounds from July 8th when I started to yesterday when I weighed myself. I didn't weigh myself this morning. It's September 7th. I am down 30 pounds. So When I weighed myself, I thought I was 260. So when I filled out everything, I didn't weigh myself, right? When I had the conference with the interview with the company, Henry Meds, I said I was 260. When I went on the scale, I was like 267. So that, I was just like, yeah, this is not good. So when I weighed myself yesterday, I was 240. So almost 30 pounds down from July 8th to September 7th. Like, I'm so happy, so excited. I feel so great. My mental, it feels so great. Yeah. So if you guys have any further questions, just please let me. All right, guys. See you guys in the next video.